On this episode of From One Player to Another, we have Ethan, Justin, Sam, Abby, and Melody of family rock band Liliac. You've seen them on network TV shows World's Best and America's Got Talent, earning them fans around the globe. They've shared the stage with some of the biggest names in rock, and today we have them in our studio. This is Greg Marra from Go DPS Music Live, and this is From One Player to Another. From one player to another, this is Greg Marra for Go DPS Live. In the studio today, 6 feet apart, we have the band Liliac. How you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing great.
Yeah, well, I got a chance to talk to you guys before the show, and I got a chance to check you guys out only a week ago. And the thing that, look, for an old guy like me to see young rockers, it just makes me so happy. So you guys are definitely rockers. We talked about that before we started today. Let's talk about, maybe let's go around and everybody say their name and what instrument you play. Maybe if you want, you could say your age too.
Hello, my name is Justin Christie. I am 12 years old and I play keyboards.
All right.
Hello, I'm Ethan, and I am 13 years old, and I play the bass.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Melody Christie. I am 18 years old, and I am the lead vocalist. Yow!
Hello, I am Abigail Christia, and I am 20 years old, and I am the drummer.
Awesome.
And I'm Samuel Christia. I'm the oldest, 21 years old, and I'm the lead guitarist.
Sweet. So let's just jump into your influences. You guys mentioned Ronnie James Dio. Whoever would like to start with Ronnie James Dio being your influence? Let's just start with that.
Yes, Ronnie James Dio is my main influence, especially for singing, because I just love his voice. I first discovered him when I was 15 years old.
Wow. So
it wasn't so long ago. So I didn't know him before he passed, but that's okay. But luckily we have the internet where I can watch all these things, and I watch all his interviews and all his live performances, which is just phenomenal how his stage presence and frontman he is and his voice I'm just in love with.
Yeah.
So Ronnie James Dio is my main inspiration, and I have a lot of things from him. Yeah. I cried when I first got my first real autograph from him. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had a chance to meet Vinny Appice, who was the original Ronnie James Dio drummer.
Yes.
Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell. Tell me about that experience.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so at the NAMM show, I was just sitting around, and then one of our friends just brings Vinny Appice and hey Bella, look who it is. I look and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I just ran and just gave him a hug, and I was just so excited because I'm a super fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, and then every day we visited your guys' booth every single day because I was just
yes,
so,
absolutely. Yeah. And he is the coolest guy, really. I interviewed Vinny a few days ago, and he's just the most chill guy, the coolest guy, an incredible drummer. I mean, obviously, a living legend. So that's very cool. We're probably going to do a little rewind, but why don't we just go around and talk about other influences, how you got into playing the instrument?
Yeah, so basically we started at a young age because our dad is a music producer, and he basically envisioned the band and gave us instruments to learn, and at the beginning we took lessons at Downey Music because we live in Downey, California. So there's a place called Downey Music Center where we took lessons, and we just started learning the basics, and from then on we started performing on the Santa Monica Pier every weekend for 5 years or something.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Really? Wow. So what was the early days of that like? So street busking basically.
Yeah, busking.
Yeah.
It's a different lifestyle because the way it works is in order to perform you need to get a spot.
That's right.
On the pier.
Right.
So it's kind of like a lottery system where because there's a lot of performers and stuff like that. So if you're lucky and you get a spot, you perform for 3 hours, like from 1 to 4 or something like that.
Wow.
And it's crazy because sometimes we would have issues because we would get big crowds and like
And
block.
like, yeah, the cops would come and be like,
No way.
"You're blocking the way, like the whole driveway.
Yeah.
We can't get through."
Yeah.
You know, and we can't do anything. We tell the crowd to come in closer, but more keeps building up
Yeah.
behind them.
Did you guys play at NAMM at all?
Yeah,
we did.
did.
In was it 2018?
Because that's a similar scenario.
2019, last
Oh
year.
Yeah.
yeah.
At beginning of
Because
last year.
when someone's talented, like you guys are, it creates a crowd instantly. Especially at NAMM, you can have
Yeah.
tons of people around you. So
Yeah, it's very crazy because it's also very unexpected. Like a lot of crazy stories happen there.
Mm-hmm.
Like for one example, like one time we were performing, and there's this lady. She was so into our music, and then she comes up to me and punches me in the chest. Yeah, and I was just like, what?
what did you do?
Nothing, but she just really loved it. She just like was really into it. She was like, yeah, and then punches me in the chest, and I'm like, okay.
Wow, that's
So,
a
yeah.
weird
Yeah,
reaction.
some
to
And-
somebody's
and-
like,
We also get a lot of people, like a lot of big people who watches us, but we
Yeah.
don't know them because they're hiding in the crowd.
yeah.
Like for example, Stewart Copeland from The Police.
Whoa.
He'd always ride his bike past us, film us, and even show other people our stuff. And then we got to do
We got to do a BBC documentary with him, and it was really awesome.
He basically wanted us to be in his documentary.
Documentary.
What was it, like On Drums, Stewart Copeland or
Yeah.
something?
So where can we watch that?
I think it's on YouTube.
Oh, I'm certainly
Yeah.
gonna check that out.
So
That's very
basically,
cool.
he jammed with us while we were street performing.
No
Yeah.
way. Stuart
Yeah.
Copeland's
Yes.
very
Stuart
cool.
Copeland, he's
He's one of my
super-
favorites.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
awesome.
The Police from way back in the day.
Yes, he's definitely a great drummer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because we were performing on the sidewalk, and he came, and we did our song, and you can see it in the video. Because in the documentary, he talks about how drums started and how all the different types of drumming and everything. And it starts off with us, and talks about Liliac, and it's really cool. It's
That's
really
really
awesome.
cool.
It's really
Didn't
cool.
he like sign your snare drum or something?
Yes, he signed my snare drum, and I
And
still
my
have
keyboard.
it, and
Yeah.
it's super
And
awesome.
my keyboard stand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you go to a studio?
No.
Yeah, he has a studio in LA somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
in
very cool.
the video, he's actually playing guitar.
Oh no.
At,
way.
at Santa Monica, we're on the boardwalk. Sorry, we're on the boardwalk at Santa Monica, and so he basically picks up one of our guitars and start playing with us.
Wow.
So he's busking with it.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about the name Liliac. Maybe someone can explain where the name came from.
Yeah, so basically, where it comes from is it starts off because our parents were both born in Romania,
Mhm.
Transylvania, and our dad actually lived an hour away from Dracula's castle.
Wow.
And one day we were at Downey Music Store, and we're trying to come up with a good band name for us, and we just we're trying to find, but then we were talking about, I think, Ozzy Osbourne, how he bit the bat.
Yeah.
And the store manager was like, oh, how do you say bat in Romanian? And my dad's all like, oh, it's Liliac. And we're like, oh my gosh, that's the perfect name.
That's it.
So basically,
meant to be.
Liliac means bat in Romanian, like the vampire
Yeah.
bat.
Oh, what's becoming of me? Ride the tide, you can see his stripes, but you know he's clean. Oh, don't you see what I mean? Gotta get away, only die yeah.
Okay, so you want to talk about the TV show?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically, they contacted us. I guess they saw a video of us performing on the Santa Monica Pier. I think it was the Crazy Train music video. And they wanted us to be on their show. And we're like, oh, yeah, let's do it. And so the first round, we did The Trooper by
Oh,
Iron
yeah.
Maiden. And it was an amazing experience because, we got standing ovation and everyone loved it. It was awesome.
The judges were Drew Barrymore, Faith Hill, and RuPaul,
And
and
the host was James Corden.
Very
it
cool.
was
Oh, James
really-
Corden knows. Yeah.
yeah, so it was
Yeah, he
really
absolutely
awesome.
does,
They were
yeah.
really surprised and really happy. The first song was really awesome, and then we went through the second round, and that's when we did Rainbow in the Dark.
the stage setup that they put for everything was so great because like first there was like no color, and then right when we said rainbow in the dark, everything became colored. And then after the solo, Abby was on a riser, so she was chained up. She was chained up, and she was like put up like 20 feet in the air. It was
30.
crazy.
It was 30 feet in the air.
Oh, 30.
Wow, that's super
Yeah.
cool. Could you hear everything? Did you have in-ear monitors?
Yes, I had in-ear monitors. It was
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It went. I saw everything from like behind them to like way up on like Eagle's Eye. It was super awesome.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
very cool. So what was pre-production like for that show? Did you have to practice and kind of figure out how everything's going to sound? And
Yeah, we did. We had to like they had a few days of like kind of like rehearsal for like okay, the first day we actually went to a rehearsal studio, practice moving around, and then the next day we go wearing our look and try
dress rehearsal.
dress
dress
rehearsal
rehearsal on
exactly.
stage.
And they filmed that too just for extra shots just in case.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, but
But
so
it
yeah.
wasn't lip synced.
It wasn't lip
It was
sync.
not at all.
No,
because I watched it a few times
Yeah.
and go, they're playing.
because like they recorded
This is real
everything.
deal.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it wasn't.
So how did you feel in that circumstance, being on stage? Could you hear yourself okay? Did you feel like you could hit all the notes you wanted to? You felt comfortable?
Well, we had monitors,
Yes.
so we didn't get like the best quality,
Yeah.
but yeah, I guess I was okay. I couldn't really remember how it was.
It went
because
by so fast.
Yeah, it went by so fast
goes
because we
by.
did have to
Yeah.
cut the song shorter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for like 2 minutes for TV. You can't have everything so long.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you have to have what keeps me like know that I'm like going on a good path. It's like you just have to have the right technique and a lot of attitude. That's what Ronnie would say. So yeah, just a lot of attitude. Catches people's eyes and their ears too.
Who had the flying V? That was you. That looked
Yeah,
cool.
because
Yeah.
on the show I was playing the bass.
Yeah.
While I was singing, and Ethan was the guitarist too. So.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was very cool.
We
And
were very nervous before the show. We were super nervous.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
And how-
because it was like our first time. It was like from the pier straight to the stage, so it was like crazy.
How did the producers sort of relax you before you went on stage?
They're very friendly.
Yeah.
So they weren't like, oh, just go on there. They're like, you got this, guys. Just do this, and then it'll be over. And then, whatever the judges say, that's what they say.
Yeah.
But just know that we picked you guys because you guys are already the world's best.
Absolutely.
One of them bring me chocolate before the show so I could be
You got to have
energized.
chocolate. That's brilliant. Yeah, they know what they're doing. They're pros.
Yeah, well, the boys were actually less nervous than we were. Actually, they were talking to one of the workers there, and they're talking about legless lizards and showing pictures. It was so
You got to find
everybody
some
was-
way.
Yeah.
Definitely did build up our confidence because now when we go on stage, it's like
A lot
Oh,
easier.
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Bigger
So-
crowds is a lot easier now.
When you guys put in the road work, though, I mean, you put in the actual, like, the leg work, let's put it that way. Like, I mean, you basically, performing in front of other people, you put your time in. How long, so you said 5 years you did busking, that type of
Yeah.
thing. What's right before then? Listening to music, being inspired by music?
Yeah.
So before doing our band performing on the Santa Monica Pier, my dad is a music producer, so he always had other people come in doing music, and back then it was all like rappers and stuff, and they would come record and everything, and we're always around music and everything. And then we got influenced by listening to more rock, because we started listening to rock I'd say around 2013.
Okay.
And so I was 13, and then everyone was a lot younger. And our first band we ever listened to was Queen.
Oh,
And
nice.
forever till the day we die, that's gonna be one of our favorite bands. And
Yes.
I always have the thought, because I always remember our first listening to Bohemian Rhapsody, whoa, when that bridge comes, we're like, what the heck is
Yeah.
this? You know?
Absolutely.
It was funny because we thought Queen was like metal, like heavy metal.
And until we started listening to more and
real
more
metal?
and more,
Yeah.
and then we're like, wow. Because
Yeah.
I remember one of our friends, my dad's friend from Santa Monica, was like, hey, can you get me this song? I love this song. And he's like a really heavy metal dude, you know? He's like,
he would
give me
burn his
Metallica,
CDs.
give me Megadeth, give
Yeah.
me this and that.
Rush.
And then
Oh,
he was
yeah.
like, oh, I love Rush. Give me Rush. They're the best band in the world. And in my head, I was thinking, man, they must be the heaviest band in the world. Until I heard
Until
them,
you
like,
heard,
wow,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're really technical. Like what they play is like really, like unbelievable.
All my life I've been searching for a better world, but time has let me down. Here we stand on this broken land, raise my head up high, I can see the sun. We are the children.
After the 2019 The World's Best, we released our original EP, Chain of Thorns,
Nice.
which got us started with our booking our first ever 30 or 40 dates tour.
Wow.
Yeah. So
And
we got
where
to
did
tour
that take you?
It took us like around the US and some parts of Canada.
What kind of venues were you playing?
I mean, a lot of different ones. Like there were some big shows, and we got to open up for like big bands like
Queensryche.
yeah,
Nice.
Queensryche, Tom Kiefer,
Striper.
Loverboy,
Wow,
and
yeah.
a bunch of other people. It was
Striper.
awesome.
That is so cool.
Also, our album got #1 on Amazon's.
Bestseller for rock
Bestseller.
charts.
Congratulations. Well done.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of CDs on our website.
Okay.
So www.liliacband.com.
Very cool. What about vinyl?
We're working on it.
Yeah.
I'll be the first in line for that. I love vinyl. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was really awesome. We got to do some headlining shows. Also, before we released our Chain of Thorns album, we did our Rainbow in the Dark music video, and that actually helped us a lot because we got millions of views on Facebook. It went over 100 million views, and it was really awesome. And it helped us because our dad, he's our manager and producer, and
Yes.
he got us this whole 40 dates tour. Just by himself, and because we're an independent band and we do everything ourselves.
Yeah.
And
Might be the
so-
best way these days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so we got our van that's Ford Transit, and
Two-passenger seat.
and we had a trailer in the back with equipment in the van and in the trailer, and
yeah.
it was crazy.
And
that
We
sounds
did
like
all the
fun.
setting up and all
yeah,
that.
we did all the setting up and putting everything back, and we did like a 3-day travel. So we had to, yeah,
We did from Washington to Pennsylvania in 3 days.
yeah.
Just
But I
drove.
was talking about like we drove for 3 days from
Yeah.
one destination to another. So
Yeah.
sleeping in the car was not fun. Sleeping upright was different.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
the
for sure.
craziest traveling we did was from New York. We did a show. Was it? Yeah,
And
we
then
did a
we
show.
went to-
Then we went to Canada,
And then back to
and
New
back
York.
to New York
And we
in
had
3 days.
3 days. We had
Wow.
shows for 3 days.
Toronto area?
Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were just on America's Got Talent.
Yes.
Talk about
Yeah.
that experience.
It was really awesome. They wanted us to be on the show, and so we were talking. Actually, while we were on tour, they called us and said they wanted us on the show. So we went, and they got us straight onto the show. We didn't even do like a audition, but because they saw our videos and we sent videos of us, and so then we went on the show, which was. We filmed it in March before the virus all
Right.
started, and so we went on did the first round, and it was crazy. There was a standing ovation with the crowd when Sam started his solo. It was really awesome. Like the energy was really high, and the stage was really awesome.
Yeah.
The judges loved it. We got a lot of good comments and everything, and so we passed through the second round. But then COVID happened.
Mhm.
First of all, the next round is actually going to be live stream,
Oh,
like
okay.
on the computer, and we didn't really want to do that because a whole live set through a computer microphone in our living
Not
room,
cool.
and
Yeah.
our living
Plus,
Not
room.
we
as
don't-
cool.
Yeah, plus we don't want to be called by the cops again.
There's a contest for fans that vote for your band, and if you get the most votes, you're on the Kiss Cruise, and so that's what happened. So all of our fans voted for us, and so it was really awesome. And so thank you to our
It was
fans.
such an awesome experience because they started out in Miami and then it went to the Bahamas and Jamaica and then back, and it was just such a fun, like 5 days. It was really fun.
We'll get back to it. I think a lot's going to happen in 2021.
I know.
Just stay put, because a lot of bands have rescheduled for 2021. A lot of the big bands. So it'll come back. Yep.
It was really fun there because there's like pools. There's like there's so many restaurants, and there's an arcade, there's a pool, and there was
You have a new record besides Chain of Thorns. All right, let's talk about that. New 12. It's 12 songs.
It's 13 songs.
13 songs. Cool.
So you
Any
get a
covers?
bonus.
Let's start with that.
No covers on that. It's
Okay.
all originals, and it's all very powerful, and it's gonna blow your guys' minds. So this next album, we are in the process. It's almost finished recording. Just 2 more songs, and then we're gonna be ready to sending out into mixing and mastering.
Cool.
And getting ready to like promote it and then sell it. So
Do you have a name for it?
yes, it's called Queen of Hearts.
Nice. I love it.
So yeah, and it's a 13 song album with all originals. So we really can't wait for everyone to hear it. We are very excited to get that out.
Awesome.
So yeah.
When do you think you'll have it out?
Oh, we don't know yet. Probably.
There's no rush. We're all at home, so no one's
Yeah,
releasing music
we're all-
right now. Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
have an exact date because we don't want to say a date for sure when we're not finished
That's
with
right.
the
You're
recording
independent.
process.
You do what you want.
So
That's
yeah,
right.
but I could say we're like on the edge. Like we're
Yeah.
very like close to being done.
Oh, as soon as you have
So,
it in
yeah.
the can, you have some videos in the can, and you're just like
Yeah.
waiting to release it. It's gonna be the best
Yeah,
feeling.
exactly.
Major thanks to Liliac for being guest on From One Player to Another. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to all of our socials on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and everywhere else on the web. This is Greg Marra with Go DPS Music Live. Thanks for watching. See you on the next episode.